Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ plus story for today. I'm Jameer Baptiste, and let's queer up the Black community. Can Community Health and Midland Medical Cookout, a Black History Month celebration, is worth mentioning. The Can Community Health and Midland Medical Black History Month Cookout celebration, produced by Hotspots Happening Out, has continued to provide the community with a free Black History Month event for the past 4 years on the first Saturday of February. This year's event held a special place on Black History Month as the first Saturday date fell on February 1st, giving the celebration an extra sense of purpose and belonging. 2025 marks 5 years. This year, the event was sponsored by Can Community Health and Midland Medical. The Cookout is also a partnership with the City of Wilton Manors. This year, the Cookout was held at Mickle Park and was a wonderful way to celebrate our month-long celebration of Black History Month. So yeah, we have 2 individuals at the table that actually are permanent fixtures for one the last 3 years and one the last 2 years with the Cookout, and 2 individuals that actually for the first year came to the Cookout. There's one thing that I would like to correct that I said at the top of the hour was that the 5th year is 2026. Actually, the 5th year will be next year for I'm sorry, I said it was 2025, the 5th year, but 2026 will mark the 5th year of the Cookout, right?
Right.
And we know that it's a great experience, right? Will you give me an amen on that?
Yes. It was a great, wonderful
You want to keep them checked?
Yes, I plan to be back next year hosting a bigger event, and a bigger check.
Or a smaller one to pay for all the extras that will be. I'm just playing. No, but it truly.
Nobody can take your space, sweetheart.
Right. It truly is a great experience, and what I love about it is that we're able to offer so many freebies at the event. Like, you come to the event, parking's free, entry's free, food is free, and it's really about celebrating our community and all of us coming together and just having a good time, right?
Mm-hmm. The music was great.
Right, and I said that we have a little form of reparations in there in terms of the tournaments, the spades tournament where you could win $150, and the dominoes tournament, which is $75. And to speak to the 2 at the table that actually have been at the event the longest, Antonio is our game master, so he knows all about the spades and the dominoes tournament because he's the one that sets the rules and makes sure everybody adheres to it and hands over the check of the $150 to the winner and $75 to the domino winner. You know, like, what is that experience like for you?
Well, for those who may not know, spades is definitely a very domineering game in the Black community. It really is. So,
Surprised we didn't have to call the police.
listen. I mean, like you saw it. Like, I mean, seriously. You know, I mean, I was doing just fine when I arrived. I wasn't sweating. The weather was perfect. But the minute that the game started, people, they wanted to do 7-Up or like, let's do the $5 or the $7, and all of a sudden people get very aggressive. So, you know, you really have to be like very amicable like with these people, because people have different personalities and different views, and you can play spades like different ways, you know what I mean? Ace high, or you can do the jokers or whatever you want. So, you know, obviously I had to make a unanimous decision, but I wanted for people to actually have an opportunity to vote. And
that's a good way.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So when,
put it on them.
Yes. So
make it democratical.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So since you guys are very indecisive, let's go ahead and just vote it out. And when the one that actually voted and made
But it was a good experience, like even though we're kind of rowdy with it and we take it very seriously.
That's
like
what makes it a good experience.
Right.
Yeah,
But it's not quiet, and people aren't, people are putting animated about it,
cursing.
and
Right.
And the winners from last year came back again.
Right,
So
and they lost this year, but they could come back for the next year.
Yeah, eventually and inevitably it turned out perfect. It was very smooth. See, now my dominoes players, I have no issues with. You know what I mean? Like they were straight, but them spades
But that's
players.
crazy too, because dominoes could get heated
noise,
as well. You know, like when
No.
they bang on
Taking them to
that table.
table, right.
Oh, they were actually very great.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
But the spades players or the trash talkers.
Let me tell you something, man. I ain't got time for this right
Should
now.
add
man.
tongue.
We got
Yeah.
Tonio here having PST.
I'm telling you, I mean, I'm sweating bullets and stuff. Got my towel. Oh man, yeah. But however,
PTSD over here. We're gonna have to give him therapy after.
So are big things being planned for the upcoming next year? So what are plans upcoming for next year?
Definitely. You know, and of course, any input that we could have. I want to open it up to vendors, bring more of the community organizations in, make it that type of experience. Again, it's going to be our 5th year of doing the Black History Month celebration in Wilton Manor. So to definitely have some kind of performers, and you know, I was thinking of like bringing a band out there, you know, bringing saturating it with our culture, you know, in every aspect and sense of the word, you know, not to say that it's not there already. And for everybody who hasn't been, it's a family oriented event. So we have our kin and allies from the straight community there partying and having fun and enjoying the evening and the afternoon with us as our equal counterparts. You know, kids are playing in the water features. We give away as a raffle all of the items that are graciously donated in the kids zone by IKEA Sunrise. Again, there's free food sponsored by Cisco, Whole Foods, and it's just a great experience. And to have Can Community Health and Midland Medical as a big part of it is amazing, because it allows our community to touch resources that normally aren't available to us, readily available to many of us in the community, you know?
Yes, and the giveaways. I mean, by going and getting tested and knowing your status, you win a trip with JetBlue. That JetBlue flies anywhere. Who can beat that? You know,
Right.
a free trip just by knowing your status.
Right. You know.
trying to help you out.
Right. And remember, you know, we didn't want to alienate those who already know your status. So if you were able to go up to the Can Community Health and Midland Medical representatives and say, hey, I know my status, or I know my status and I would like to get back into care, you also had that opportunity to get a raffle ticket. And we can't thank you enough, First Lady Kendra, for being our MC for the past 3 years, you know, being that obnoxious voice on them.
It's my honor. It's my honor. And you know what? And I was glad to see the LGBTQ Black leaders coming out to support.
yes,
Right.
You know?
Especially when there were multiple events that day.
They still made it there.
You know, they made it there, and I can't be more gracious and thanking them for actually coming out, you know, because it was a cram-packed day with other events, and to see them actually take the time and effort to step out of their own environment to come and celebrate with us means a lot, you know.
Right. And they want to make sure you're doing a good job. You know?
You know, go back to the community and be like, girl, did you go to the Cookout? Let's see what happened.
I definitely have to say, like, the highlight for me was seeing the allies out there. That's so imperative for me as I, you know, do my community activism, is to show the community, show the nation that there are allies out there. So the fact that it was strategically done where it's not just a gay cookout, it's for the community to come out and to celebrate with, you know, the Black queer community. So impeccable job.
Right. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges, believe it or not. I know that you guys are kind of on the outside of that, even though 2 of you are actually part of the production of it all. But I like when I got back in from the cookout the next day, when I was checking my emails, one of the emails that I got was, do you have to be gay to come to this event? You know, so as much as you put out family fun and family oriented, family welcoming and stuff like that, you know, being that it's thrown by LGBTQ plus organizers, it's kind of like, hey, are we welcomed? And yes, you are. You know, bring your families, bring your auntie, bring your mom, you know, bring your children, all of that, you know, you're welcome, because this isn't just about our community. This is about the Black and brown community celebrating Black History Month in a great and fun way, and might I add, a free way, you know?
Right, you know, because when I advertised it on my show, First Lady Kendra show, you know, I said it was open up for families and friends, and I even invited all my coworkers. You see, all my
Yes,
all my
I remember
coworkers
meeting
came.
them. Yeah.
So it was like open to family. And I told one of my coworkers, bring your granddaughter, bring your kids. It's open to everybody.
Yeah.
So they brought their family.
Thank you for doing that, because I think that's what really opens the doors. And the fact that we're on this point makes me also remember that it was one of our allies who won the flight 2 years ago, and she ended up going to Louisiana. And then this year we had free egg raffle, a high commodity in today's society, right? So we were given free eggs. She must have the lucky gene in her, because she won this year free eggs. It was a dozen eggs. First Lady Kendra was in charge of that. But there were just so many freebies. The love was there, and I can't wait for next year for us to do this in a bigger way as our 5th year. And of course, you guys are definitely welcome back. I definitely will be reaching out to you guys, because you're my core group, and it means a lot to me that we've been able to achieve this together.
Are we gonna be hosting eggs next year too?
Yeah, thank you for giving us that opportunity.
You know, that killed my pocket. No, but definitely thank you, and it's an amazing
It was an honor.
event all
I mean,
around.
I enjoyed being there, and like I said, I'm welcome to come back.
Right. And I just want to make sure that all of our community knows that you're welcome, whether your race, religion, sexual orientation, you are welcome to the Cookout. It's all about celebrating Black History Month in a positive and endearing way. So please come out to our next one. I plan it to be a great, fabulous event with so much to offer, especially with my beautiful team with me to do so. So thank you guys.
No, Jamiro, thank you.
Thank you.
You're definitely a trailblazer in this community, so we have to give you your flowers.
You're
as well.
too kind.
I want to bring back the talent show. Remember the first year we had that little talent show?
Yeah, well, definitely. You could do that. You know, I remember Lorenzo Davis doing part of the talent show. So yeah, let's do that.
But remember, not X-rated. Like, you know, we had to stop it because it got a little bit out of hand.
I don't remember that part. See no evil.
We don't need no edible.
This is a big LGBTQ plus story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ plus stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.